if there is one?
Well, you know, I've supported military aid to Ukraine from the very beginning because it was important to stop Putin, or at least to exact such a heavy price that other rogue nations didn't do the same thing. But we accomplished that. Now the president, 3 years later, and more than 1 million casualties, is trying to act as an honest broker to bring this thing to an end. I support him in that, and I think Zelensky has become a huge impediment to peace in Europe.
Do you think the strategy, though, of because the president isn't entirely being clear with what he needs from Zelensky to get there, or at least publicly we're not seeing that?
Oh, I think he's been crystal clear. He wants to see a ceasefire and for the two sides to come together. And ceasefire is what Zelensky threw back in his face a few days ago. I've had it with Zelensky.
Are you concerned with the Pentagon suspending the offensive cyber activity against Russia?
The president is trying to act as an honest broker between the two sides. You can't do that if you're taking sides.
On Doge cuts, are you hearing anything? What are you seeing in your district as far as Doge cuts affecting any of your constituents? What do you make of that?
We just had I represent Yosemite Valley. And we've had protests there, disgruntled employees hanging protest banners on El Capitan, destroying the view for the tourists there, obstructing the cameras with protest signs, lurid predictions of species extinctions and out-of-control forest fires and tourists being locked in bathrooms. I did a little bit of checking. Do you know what the staff cuts are at Yosemite? 10 out of 500 full-time winter employees. That should give you some indication of the absurd level of hysteria that we're seeing from the left. The fact of the matter is that every dime of discretionary spending, that's not just the defense budget and the parks budget, that's basically all of the departments. Every dollar of that is being borrowed now. That's how serious our financial straits are. And I stand behind the president in trying to bring a stop to this wasteful spending before it bankrupts our country, because history is screaming this warning at us. The countries that bankrupt themselves aren't around very long. Before you can provide for the common defense or promote the general welfare, you have to be able to pay for it. And out-of-control wasteful spending is now bringing our country to the brink of bankruptcy.
Final question, the border is expected to be a big topic for the president tonight. It's also been something that Democrats have really honed in on in criticizing him. What do you need to hear from the president this evening?
Well, he has been extremely successful in enforcing our existing laws. We've seen a 95% reduction in illegal border crossings. The 8 million illegal migrants that Joe Biden deliberately allowed into this country are costing taxpayers about $160 billion a year. Every $1 billion we talk about is $8 for an average family. So you begin to get a sense of how much they're doling out just to support this illegal population. President Trump proved that enforcing the existing laws can secure our borders. Now we need to write laws so that, God forbid, we ever have a future Joe Biden, they won't be able to do what the past Joe Biden did to destroy the integrity of our borders and the security of our communities.
Congressman, thank you much. Okay. Enjoy the evening.
My pleasure.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.